Hello everybody, and welcome back to Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. In the last episode, we've got a huge plot twist. Big turning point in the story. Link has the awesome Master Sword in his hand now, and we are in Old Hyrule Castle. So, let's go talk to the King of Red Lions, because he's definitely going to have something to say. At long last, our preparations are complete. You must return to me so that we can return by the same path that brought us here. The time has come to save your sister from her prison in the Forsaken Fortress. Hurry, Link! That's what I've been trying to do ever since the start of the story. I got caught up in all this crazy stuff. Well, that's good to know. Assuming she's still alive. God, we haven't seen our sister in quite some time. And that's a very, very short trip to the bottom of the ocean. So, from this point on, there's no marker, because we've already been to the Forsaken Fortress, but the King of Red Lions says, you know, it's time to go save your sister. However, this is a key time to do any other, I guess, side stuff you'd like to do. Just like when we were going to get our third pearl, now is a really good time to do any side stuff you want to do. At this point in the game, you can pretty much just get like at least every island filled out if you wanted. I don't really have a large, I guess, to-do list at this point. There are a few things that I have in mind, but we've got some new items, so we can explore some new islands. We can get some heart pieces and things like that. Learn some new songs. Those are just a few of the things that are on our list. As you can see, we do have a few islands. Like I said, a few of them are really important. I tried to just get the important ones. For example, Balm Island's pretty much taken care of. We went there, we got our heart piece, and we won't really be back there. We found Link's private oasis that we got from the teacher. We got the southern, eastern, and northern Triangle Island. And this is the Tower of the Gods. So, and then everything else here is a dungeon we've been to or a really important island. So, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start kind of knocking off places on our map. I kind of didn't plan for this episode. I just needed to take a break from the last video because it was getting long, and I've had a few long episodes in this LP so far, but I really don't enjoy making videos that are like 20-25 minutes long. So yeah, I cut it out there, but I didn't really plan on what I was going to do. I guess we could actually just go and save our sister. There's not really any harm in doing that, I suppose, but just not really, I guess, any point, because we're gonna get to it eventually anyways, and it's not like she's dying or it's like a dire consequence if we don't get there in time. So I do want to find that gigantic cyclone that's out at sea that we saw when we were by one of the Triangle Islands, but it's kind of at random as to where it is, which is too bad because I do really want to go there. Now, if my eyes are working correctly, hold the phone, randomly stopped in the middle of my thought. I don't even know if I can get a close-up from here. Probably can't. Oh yeah, I can. Over there. I don't know if you guys can see what I see. Of course you can't, because a squid just interrupted me, but I'm pretty sure that there is a submarine over there. So, if there's a submarine over there, I want to go over there, because there's a few submarines on the sea. The last one we visited, if you recall, it had an empty bottle in it, and most of them will give you some really good treasure. So since I don't really have anything planned, let's go over and do that. I would of course eventually get around to doing it. Like I said before, I'm going to try my hardest to get close to 100%, and I say close to because I know if I say 100% and I don't do 100% of the game, people are just going to rag on me for it forever. So, we definitely haven't been to this submarine. The other one that we were at was right by, in between the Forest Haven and the Bomb Island, I think. So, yeah, let's go in here and see what this one has got in it. I think there's 3 submarines in total. Someone's probably going to correct me on that. And they each have different prizes, so let's get rid of you. Maybe get your skull necklace first. We're trying to collect these for somebody, by the way. I think I mentioned that earlier, which is why I keep stealing them. They're kind of like a lot of the collectibles in this game. Most of the collectibles we're collecting for somebody else. The Joy Pendants we're giving to Miss Marie, the Knight's Crest we're giving to Orca, you know, etc., etc. And why do you keep blocking? Go away. Thank you. I think with this one you pretty much have to defeat all the enemies to get the ladder to drop down. And I don't know why they can't just spawn a bunch of them at once or just make things a whole lot easier. Oh my god, go away! Just try to get his necklace and he was just giving me a freaking hard time. There we go. Thank you. Okay, there we go. It looks like we don't have to defeat all the enemies. As you can see, a yellow chew came out of that barrel. But it looks like after we just defeat all the guards, we'll be able to get that ladder to come down and get some rupees while we're at it. We haven't even filled up our 1,000 rupee limit, which is crazy. I thought we would have done that by now, but okay, let's get this. I wonder what this is. Oh, it's a piece of heart. Wonderful. And that actually is our 4th piece, so we get another heart container. Awesome. Yeah, these submarines do have really good prizes. I don't think there's any of them that really kind of chip you on prizes. And I think there is one more, like I said. So we're going to have to keep a lookout for that other one. And I don't actually know what island this is because I haven't found the map fish for it yet. So if I can find the map fish, that would be good because then I'll know what island it was. Because there's got to be a map fish for this island. Because the only one that doesn't have a map fish is the Tower of the Gods. So it's probably that island over there. And we also haven't been to the watchtower in this area, so let's get that knocked off as well. And if you are exploring each of these squares kind of inch by inch, like you're getting all the treasure rings and you're visiting all the watchtowers and you're looking for all the map fish, it can be really, really time consuming. So for the next episode, I'm going to try to be a little bit better prepared so that we don't spend hours and hours and hours just kind of ignorantly going about doing this, because yeah, it can cause for a really, really long just bit of goofing around doing nothing. I wonder if this one has anything good. Apparently not. Some of these, I have a feeling that some of these have something good in them, but you have to do something else other than just defeat the enemies to get something. That's not always the case, but for some of them, you know, there's just so many of them that they can't all be useless. It just wouldn't be fair. Okay. Is that the map fish, or was that just a cannonball? I think that was just a cannonball. Okay. I think I saw the map fish over here, but I was just too lazy to get him because he was just way out of the way. Of course I can't see anything. I'm actually gonna make it... God, I can't even remember the song now. I was gonna say I was gonna make it day, but I didn't even remember the song, and I haven't even showed the song off yet, so play the song of passing. You will see that it does indeed turn it from day to night or night to day and vice versa. So, yeah, where is the bloody fish? Shelby's over there, okay. And these guys are annoying because they will hit you. They have like boats with cannons, or I should say they are boats with cannons. Okay, changing the wind direction, story of my life. Anyways, I'm gonna try to cut that out as much as I can. I try to cut that out when I'm not talking when I'm doing it, because we play the Wind's Requiem a lot in this game, so it's kind of like sailing. They go hand in hand. You change the wind direction a lot, and you sail a lot. So this is another island we're gonna have to come back to, but I would like to fill it out while I'm here. They've got a shop over there on Windfall Island, a nice outdoor shop. Did you know that, Small Fry? Yes, I did. That's where we bought our sail. And in that shop, they've got this really fine safe that looks to be brimming full with riches, and they just leave it sitting outside day and night. I tell you, one of these days that thing is going to get hauled off by a thief. Mark my words, Fry. Of course, if I were to find a thief in the act of thieving, I'd stop the perpetrator right there and catch the rat red-handed. I'm sure if I did, the owner of that shop would thank me. Yeah, he'd be happy. That would be the honest thing to do. Well, I'm glad that you are a morally upright citizen, Mr. Mapfish. We'll go into that later. He actually gives us a relatively good clue, and I think while we're at it, what the hell? Let's go over here and get this one filled out, because that's pretty much the only one that's missing in this little chunk of squares. And if we look back, God, that thing is huge. It just sticks out. God, it's crazy. But we won't really be going back there for a long time, so now it's open world again. I think at this point in the game a lot of people get frustrated because there's so much sailing and there's just so much to do, but as long as you kind of make a quote-unquote to-do list, it's not as bad. I would like to get that on that second row of hearts, though. I think we only need one more heart before we have 10, and then the 11th heart we get on our second row. And a bigger magic meter would be good as well. Took me forever to find it the last time, but I know where it is now. Actually, we have a long way to sail, so you know what? I'm not gonna make you watch me sail, so I'm just gonna cut until we find the mapfish for our next island. God, and again, this is another island where I just don't understand the overabundance of enemies. It is not necessary. Ugh. Anyways, I think we're gonna get this mapfish, and then we're gonna end the episode. It might be a little bit shorter today, but I would kind of like to have something planned so that I don't waste precious videos wandering around doing nothing. So let's hopefully get something useful and hope that his hint ends off this episode with a bang. This is another island that we will come back to much later. It's not really that important right now. You've seen those weird rings of light that appear on the seas at night, haven't you? Yeah, well, those things are a sure sign that there's treasure in the deeps, Fry. But let me tell you, there are some lights that don't always shine. Yeah, there are these special ones that shine like crazy, but only when you open a treasure chart. They say that those marks the spots where their greatest treasures are hidden. I screwed up that sentence. Too many S's where they shouldn't have been. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna end things off. I probably won't like meet you on this island. I'll probably maybe go back to a major island like Windfall or Dragon Rooster, wherever it is I want to go, depending on what it is that I have for my to-do list. I think that I would like to get a lot of the side stuff done before we go back to save our sister. I just kind of like taking a break from the main story and just doing a little bit of the side stuff, and there's, like I said, a lot of stuff that we can collect. So I'm going to have a to-do list the next time, and we're going to get some stuff knocked off of our list. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope that you will join me next time.